T-Dog, I'm so sorry about that. I hope the sound is better. That was so unsatisfying the way that it just like cut out your reading. It's super lame. So this is kind of a part two, but also a sound check. So I'm gonna wait till people get in here. Let me know if the sound is fixed. I rebooted my computer and it even like updated itself without my permission. All right, so T-Dog, where did we leave off? What I was saying was you have someone here, it seems like they're very driven, they're very focused, they're worried that you're they do know that you're kind of sad right now, whoever this is. Some of them are very worried about you self-sabotaging, like getting hurt and like self-sabotaging. Five of Swords, out of sadness. Let's clarify this person's feelings towards you. What is the person on Taurus's mind feeling towards them? I really hope that the sound is better. Nobody has let me know. Like everybody left. Everybody was like, fuck this. Like the sound just, I don't know. YouTube is so lame sometimes when it starts like glitching out in the middle of streams. All right, what is the person on Taurus's mind feeling towards them? We have Mercury and Leo. So this card is called Drama. Okay, so this person is feeling really creative, very driven, very passionate, playful. My nose just itched, sorry. They're very focused on something here, very driven. They're getting a lot of symbols of three in their feelings as well. We have a lot of threes evident here for some of you. Let's clarify this. And rebellion, Mars and Aquarius. This person is very focused on doing their own thing, and they're worried about how that's going to impact you or how you're going to behave or what you're going to do in regards to this. Mars and Aquarius doesn't really like to be put in a box, doesn't really, you know, when I think of Mars and Aquarius, that's my Mars placement too. It's kind of like, it makes me think of that fucking Nancy Sinatra song. Is it Nancy Sinatra that does that? You don't own me. Is it that song? It's a very Mars and Aquarius fucking song. You know, Mars and Aquarius doesn't like to be tied down or told what to do. It's a very free, erratic kind of Mars placement that really, but it isn't necessarily like, let me see. This person is really focused on their independence right now. Sun in Aries, Mars in Aquarius, Mercury in Leo. They're very focused on their own mission, their own passions, their own creative projects, their own drive. It seems like they're really worried about how that's going to impact you, because again, like this whole reading was you and someone are on very different timelines. Let's get one more. Yeah, Mercury in Aquarius. This is a really original thinker. This person is a very free thinker. They're very brilliant. They're very creative, kind of ingenious in a way. Like this person is really, really independent as well. They seem to be kind of concerned with how this is going to impact you. They're worried that their drive is going to hurt you, hurt your feelings, that their independence or their focus on their passions is going to negatively impact the timeline that you're on, is what I'm seeing here. Let's clarify your feelings towards this person. Enthusiasm, Sun in Sagittarius. Some of you are dealing with a Sagittarius. We have Saturn in Pisces at the bottom of the deck. It's called Loth in this deck. Some of you could be dealing with someone at a distance from you. There could be this could be taking you on a bogus and really makes you want to learn, expand your mind, travel, broaden your world, expand your, you know, philosophy of life, question things. You could be, you know, something about this connection makes you, it's very cosmopolitan. It makes you want to like read books, study new languages, think about new ways of thinking, living, eating, being, existing. It's very freedom loving. You know, this is a lot of freedom. You feel a lot of space between you and this person. Mercury and Capricorn's coming out in your feelings as well. You're definitely strategizing, you're getting organized, you're trying to like hunker down, and like some of you, this is really making you nerd out and study and like learn everything you can about certain things in order to like get a strategic advantage here. Because again, you do have the 7 of position. Venus and Taurus, you want this person, but in the flesh. Venus and Taurus, this is like you really want to hold this person, you want to kiss this person. You want them in the same room as you if they're far away, with Sun and Sagittarius coming out in your feelings. Let's get one more. What is Taurus feeling towards a person on their mind? Sun in Cancer. There's something about this that really makes you focus on safety, security, the home. Some of you feel like home with this person. You could be really focused on like staying safe, playing it safe. And you could be thinking about the long-term security of this situation, your family, your ideal of a family, your idea of what emotional security and overall security means to you. What is home to you? And, you know, what is love? Like, this person is making you question a lot. You could vacillate between freedom, you know, independence, and wanting like a security, like wanting to feel held. My connection is unstable. Oh man, it's doing that. It's telling me my connection is unstable. If somebody is in here, can you let me know if this is fucking up? Saturn and Libra also coming out of your feelings. It's called devotion in this deck. Let's pull from this oracle deck. I hope that the connection is stable. I hope that y'all are hearing me well and it's not glitching out. Capricorn just flew out. Some of you are dealing with someone with strong Capricorn in their chart. All right, let's clarify this person's feelings towards Taurus. What is this person? The person on Taurus's mind, what are they feeling towards them? Person on Taurus's mind. We have throat chakra. So this person could either have like things they want to communicate that they're holding back, or they feel blocked in their throat chakra, or they feel like that's all they have right now is communication with you, or they'd like to communicate with you. Some of them may have communicated a lot to you. What's up, butthead? But they're real detached as well. Like, again, in your Celtic cross in the part 1, there was someone in your environment that was like really kind of objective, very detached. You're seeing this person as kind of a brick wall. It's kind of like they mean fucking business. Like, you get this vibe off this person, like they don't need anybody. You know, they're real autonomous, independent. And then we got Libra coming out in their feelings with Heartbreaker coming out. Some of them may have some things to say about that may not resonate with you, or you and them may have different viewpoints on where this is going or the timeline of this whole thing, or you could have different values in regards to relationships. I don't know. This person has a lot of independence in their energy, a lot of freedom, a lot of independence. Like, this person is not like wanting to be owned is what I'm getting. They don't want to be owned by anyone. They don't want to be held back by anybody, but they do have a great deal of care, concern, and love for you. They're very driven. Oh, damn. I love someone else. That is not going to be for all of you, okay? But some of you, and we got sapiosexual at the bottom of the deck, some of you may be dealing with someone that is a bit tormented because maybe that's their reality and they don't want to hurt you. I don't feel like this person has any maliciousness towards you. I feel like they do care about you. Some of them are worried that going after whatever they're passionate about, whoever they're passionate about, is going to cause you to sabotage your own timeline, sabotage your own growth efforts, your own. This is not going to be for all of you, so please don't take that if it doesn't resonate. You know, again, like these readings they go out to a lot of different people with a lot of Taurus in their chart. So don't take messages that don't resonate. What else is this person feeling? We got Heartbreaker. This person may have some things to talk about the relationship where they feel like you and them are like a little at odds. Oh God. And then we got I'm Getting Over You coming out. Damn. T-Dog. We got Unsure at the bottom of the deck. So I don't know, T-Dog. Like, I feel like If your response is this independent energy, either way, that's not going to hurt you. But don't break your own heart. Don't break your own heart in this situation. Oh, God. Unsure. Yeah, that really wanted to come out. Get out of my... And then Billy Ocean at the bottom of the deck. So I don't know if there's a couple of different people's energies in here. Again, we do have like signals of a lot of threes here. T-Dog. What are you feeling towards the person on your mind? People dipped out of here at those, like, once the fucking Backwoods Oracle came out, people fucking were like deuces. Like, it was triggering. So I'm sorry if these messages are triggering. That's not what I'm here to do. Like, you know, it's like the readers, we are here to help with shadow work. You know, that's why we're here. What are you feeling? 7th house. So you and this person I want to hang out with you in real life. You and this person are both thinking about relationships. You pulled 7th house, they pulled Libra. You're both thinking about relationships, but you're not on the same page in some way, shape, or form. And the crown chakra, you feel a very spiritual connection to whoever this is. With 6th house, some of you are doing a lot of healing. You're focused on self-improvement. You're focused on health, healing, cleansing, purification, details, work, fitness, diet. You could also be stressing out over this a lot, pulling out your hair, being anxious. Trying to work up the courage to talk to you. I want to open up is coming out in your feelings, Taurus. So there's something here you want to talk about with someone. And then you pulled Billy Ocean, get out of my dreams and into my car with too good to be true, hard to believe at the bottom of the deck. Let's clarify this person's feelings. This person is really tormented by something. If the person is having some sort of like desires or temptations or whatever, they love someone else, like the card said, like it's just not easy for them. Let's clarify this person's feelings. Self-sabotage. Okay, so some of you, this person feels like either like they're self-sabotaging the situation or they feel like you are. They did pull the 5 of Swords, clarifying the Knight of Wands in their psychic space. So that's kind of like making more sense here. Self-esteem, self-worth issues. Okay. This is weird. Pulling my hair out about you. Yeah, I see that. There's somebody here with sacral chakra at the bottom of the deck. Somebody here could be experiencing a draw towards, I don't know. This is really weird because we have some very committed, stable energy in this person's next move. I do not understand this. This person could be processing this shit completely privately. Let's clarify this person's next move toward you. Afraid to make the first move. Okay, so they're kind of just hanging back, being really patient. There could be a couple of people here. I don't know. I always look at your pictures. Retreat and meditate at the bottom of the deck. This is really weird because you're showing up as the 10 of Swords reverse, T-Dog. Some of you have ended something. Others of you have felt like you're on the verge of an ending, but you're still really invested in something or someone here. Let me clarify this 10 of Swords reverse. Feels like I'm running out of time. Some of you are on the verge of something. Maybe you haven't ended something yet, but you feel like you're about to. We did have the Death card at the bottom of the deck, and it came out twice. Like when we clarified your next move being the 9 of Pentacles, which is like being real single, embracing your independence, validating yourself, not feeling like you need anybody, and the Death card. So it's like, I don't know what's going on here, but this was an intense read because, yeah, this is the second week in a row that I've had to do Tauruses twice, like that I've had to do yours in parts. It's so weird. You guys have been getting all the glitches, the technical difficulties. All right, Capricorn coming out. If you're okay, so damn. So that's confirmation. Some of you are dealing with someone with a lot of Capricorn in their charts. Holy shit. Wow. Wow, that's a trip, Nina Taylor. Wow. Wow. I feel torn coming out with Scorpio at the bottom of the deck. Some of you are dealing with someone that they're dealing with some profound instinctual drives, profound urges. They're keeping a lot to themselves. They're keeping a lot buried. Scorpio energy at the bottom of the deck. That's that death energy, that death card. You know, that's the card of Scorpio. You could have Scorpio in your chart. This person could. Doesn't have to be, but there could be some things, some major transformations that you and this person have been through. You and someone may have gone through death and rebirth, like over and over again together. Somebody is confronting something within themselves that they're struggling with. They want to talk about it, but they're also unsure about whether to do that because either they feel like it would make you insecure or they themselves are insecure. I don't know. This is a really strange reading. It's not going to be meant for all of you. Please don't take it if it doesn't resonate. Don't force it if it doesn't fit. You know, again, like to those of you that are in perfectly happy like relationships, y'all don't even need to be watching tarot. You could just talk to that person because you'll have like really good communication. I mean, ideally. We have travel, movement, visitation coming out again with sacral chakra at the bottom of the deck. Some of you are dealing with someone that is either at a distance from you or they're on the move a lot, or there's someone at a distance from them or someone that, you know, they travel in, you know, to see or they'd like to see when they travel. I don't know. Like, I don't know how this pieces together, but there could be distance involved for some of you between you and this person, or what is this? Bogus learning journey. Okay, so a lot of Sagittarian energy coming through. A lot of travel, a lot of distance, a lot of Jupiterian energy here. This person is like exploring a lot. They could want a lot of freedom right now. They're doing a lot of deep thinking about relationships, particularly. Let me clarify the Knight of Wands. Addicted to you. There's someone that they are feeling addicted to, or they feel a strong sacral pull towards, that they're struggling to deal with. They're struggling to deal with this. Some of them, so, I don't know. You could be dealing with someone that feels addicted to you, T-Dog. I don't know. You melt me. This is really weird. They are seeing you as the Ace of Wands, and then we have just friends. Easy to be hard. I don't know. This is really weird. Some of you, this person is attracted to a friend of theirs. That's a really basic interpretation of all of these cards. There's a friend of theirs or someone in their social circle that they feel a strong sacral pull towards. And if you and this person are together, this is tormenting them. It's making them perch on the furniture. Others of you, I don't know. Let me clarify the mutual energy between you and this person. This is so weird. You're like waiting. You're really invested in someone here, but you're trying. You don't want to be a victim to this situation. You don't want to just feel like your fate is in somebody else's hands. We have Quarrel. We have Mars and Cancer. So yeah, again, like this is more evidence that you and someone are in different timelines, or that your desires are somehow at odds somehow. This is so weird. And Mars and Leo. So a lot of Mars energy coming out so far. What do we have on the bottom of the deck? Mars and Taurus. All Mars. So there's something spicy, competitive going on here. A lot of Martian energy. Mars is in your sign right now. So you could be feeling real spicy, real competitive in this situation. There's something about this situation that has got you. Clarify this. One more for the mutual energy. This is so weird. And Sun in Libra. That's so weird. So it's all, there's this like sweet, saccharine, sweet, aspartame, sweet sort of veneer over this like hidden, more Martian, like sacral energy going on here. Wow. So this is like being swept under a rug, and you're both being really sweet to one another on the surface, but under the surface, there's this really spicy kind of competitive energy that is like, Something's got to give. It's like this is going to lead to, this has got to be carefully handled. I feel it's a strong message. I feel like this needs to be carefully handled. Taurus, regardless of whatever your status is with whoever the fuck this is, whatever timeline you are on, if you are on a healing journey of any kind, absolutely do not let this impact your own healing journey in a negative way. Stay on your healing journey. Stay committed to ascending. Stay committed to growing, healing, refining yourself. Do not let yourself abandon mission, based on whatever somebody else is doing. That's a very strong message coming through for some of you. Let me clarify your next move in this situation. Mercury in Libra, influence. That's a weird one. I like that personally because with the 9 of Pentacles, you're really standing on your own 2 feet. You're really sure of yourself. You're very much in you're self-empowered with the 9 of Pentacles upright, regardless of what you're doing. Moon in Virgo, yeah, you're really focused on purging, on healing, cleansing. And Mars and Scorpio, this is a major transmutation. You feel really fucking strongly about this shit, though. Some of you are like summoning the energy of your opposite sign here. The Taurus Scorpio axis. You know what's interesting, Taurus? You're going to be very personally impacted by one of the most important transits of 2022, which is the Mars-Uranus North Node conjunction. This is a really, really powerful transit. It's going to hit Taurus really hard. It's going to there's not a Taurus or Taurus dominant person, and particularly Taurus rising people are not. This is going to impact all of you. This is major. This is major. This is huge breakthrough coming into your own power, either by necessity or the situations that you deal with interpersonally. Because again, for Taurus rising, this is your 1st to 7th house axis, right? So you and partners could be on totally different timelines. There is a reason for all of this. There's a method behind the madness of the universe. This is all calling us towards further development, further ascension, further coming into our own power, our purpose for being on this planet. And even if things may, you may encounter things that may make you uncomfortable, it's in this discomfort that activates some of our greatest gifts. So this is some powerful transmutation and healing I'm seeing you doing. With this imagery, I'm seeing the serpent and the Mercury and Libra card. I'm seeing the revenge card, the Mercury and Scorpio. Mercury and Scorpio is like, I'm going to fuck you or I'm going to fight you. I'm going to have your head on a plate. Like Mars and Scorpio does nothing by half measures. So I want Taurus and Taurus rising, Taurus dominant people to really, really harness this powerful, because you're going to be feeling a powerful current, I'm hearing, coming through you. July 31st is the date that this important transit, this aspect that I just discussed, Mars-Uranus North Node conjunction, that's when it perfects. That's when it perfects, is July 31st. This aspect is long-term. It's going to go on for quite a spell. And then when Mars finally leaves your sign and enters Gemini, then we have a Mars retrograde, which will oppose fucking Neptune. So that'll be really confusing. So use this time to position yourself in the most self-empowered position possible that you can. The less dependent you are on others for validation, for energy, for money, for whatever, the more the easier this transit, the more empowering this transit will be for you. So really use this time to just basically position yourself in the most powerful, empowering position that you can. Don't allow this energy because this is an intense current coming through for you. With Mars and Scorpio coming out, this is a very intense current. So be very careful with this energy, careful to use it to your advantage. This is powerful. This is a powerful transformation energy. And we have Fortune coming out, Sun and Leo. So the Leo, the sun in Leo, the sun goes into Leo at the end of the week. So the Leo transit, this is going to be very significant for a lot of you. Look to your rising sign, of course, for, where you're hosting the Leo transits. For those of you with Taurus rising, again, this is it's your fourth house of security, home, family, emotions, the past. It also presides over endings, over letting go, and our visions of a happy home, happy family. You can be feeling very competitive during this transit. Do not allow this to self-sabotage you. Use this transit. This is going to be this can make or break you, I'm hearing. Like, this transit can be severely empowering for Taurus and Taurus rising people. Very empowering. Look to your rising sign to see where the Leo transit is hitting you. If you're not Taurus rising, I'm hearing that's going to be, it's very important, to know, like, this is going to be of significance to you, regardless of your rising. But this is, for all Taurus and Taurus people, like anyone with Taurus placements, like for instance, my North Node is in Taurus, like us. But this is going to be really important for you to get the most out of this. Yeah, Mars and Capricorn. Use your power to your advantage. Use it. So this is coming out, especially with Mars and Scorpio coming out here for you. And again, Scorpio is Taurus rising's 7th house of partners. So for some of you, partnerships can be a source of like intense energies, intense desires, intense feelings, intense instinctual passions, even competitive instincts, competitive urges. It can bring up a lot of deep urges. With Mars and Capricorn coming out, Mars and Capricorn is about wise use of power. This is a strong current. Mars and Scorpio coming out is a strong fucking current. So there's going to be a need to really be very mindful, very consciously aware of how you utilize this current, how you use this. So yeah, I'm hearing it's going to be really important to not worry about what others are doing or thinking, and focus more on what you are doing and thinking and what you can do to position yourself into the most advantageous, position. Playing your position here, and use this to your utmost advantage to become your best self, your greatest self, and to really come into your own power. Here is what I'm hearing, T-Dog. Wow, publicity coming out, Jupiter and Leo. You're going to be feeling really fucking competitive, really feisty, even though perhaps a little bit vulnerable too, with Venus and Cancer at the bottom of the deck. That's your 3rd house. Venus and Cancer is transiting your 3rd house. Here it is coming out. So, wow. Some of you are really being called into even your creative prowess. I'm hearing you're put themselves out there. They fucking sing, they dance, they throw themselves out there. They get their art in galleries. They're just, they act, they make fucking videos, skits, and whatever. And you think to yourself, like, man, that looks like fun. It's time for you to think about, like, what's stopping you from, having fun, from putting yourself out there, from really tuning into your creative prowess, your magic, that little something extra special that's inside of everyone, really tuning into yourself, like to the point where it's almost like it's like very single-minded. Some of you out there, like I know some Taurus dominant people that like recently just like had children, and it's like, if that's you, if this is resonating with you, some of you may be going through that. This may resonate with you. It may not. Just disregard it if it doesn't resonate. But for those of you that are navigating that process, that transformation, postpartum depression, there's some things that may help you to know. Like, for instance, one of the major causes of postpartum is the hormone called prolactin. It's produced in both men and women, interestingly enough, every time you have an orgasm. And prolactin is responsible for feelings of depression, suicidal thoughts, aggravation, irritation, irritability, anger. A lot of people don't know this, but it's definitely good shit to know, and if you are navigating, for instance, postpartum depression, like, you're already like pumped full of prolactin, because the reason it's called prolactin is because it's there to produce milk, right? But it causes depression. It's like, this is why in French, the orgasm is called the little death, la petite de mort. you know, because it's kind of a killjoy. Like, believe it or not, your dopamine fucking plummets. It feels good in the moment, but there's a come down. It takes 2.5 weeks for, you know, the neurochemistry to recover from fucking one orgasm. This is why after people have orgasm, they're craving all kinds of stuff. They want more junk food. They have less control over their cravings. This is shit that people are not educated around. But this is really empowering stuff for people to know. So, I mean, if this resonates with you, and you happen to be going through, say, like postpartum depression, that's something that may be helpful for you to know, that just having more control over those, over your more instinctual urges, the Scorpio, the opposite, your opposite sign, the sexual energies, the instinctual energies, learning more about that stuff and developing more mastery, more control over that will help empower you, will help you, for instance, reduce the blow. For instance, if you are going through like something like postpartum, you know, this is not going to be for all of you, but this is really useful information. I just want to like, I'm just dropping it out there for those of you that may be struggling with that, you know, because a lot of people are not aware of like, you know, that they actually have control over these processes and can actually circumnavigate them, you know, with just a little bit of gnosis, you know. And gnosis is literally the closest thing that we have as human beings to free will in the earth plane, in the material plane here. So I don't know, like, I just felt like dropping that. I was like, I don't know why I was called to talk about these things right now, but I just went with it. But yeah, this is really weird, taboo shit to be talking about. But I'm gonna leave it there, Taurus. Weird reading. I hope you guys got something out of it. Thanks for hanging out with me, and I will see you in the next one. Deuces.